Note that all of the personality tests that we've explored here so far have been self-report inventories. What if you wanted to explore unconscious influences on the personality? Obviously, you could not use self-report tests and would need to be more incognito. This brings us to our next category of personality tests, projective tests. Let's envision this class activity. Know that you may have a test question about this class activity, so envision each step of it just as if we did it in class. So, say that you and the student sitting next to you each quickly and privately write 5 random words. First, you read yours one by one to the other student, and their job is to reply instantly with the first word that comes to mind, the first word that it prompts in their minds. So no pauses, right? Next, they read theirs to you, and you do the same. Do you think you could learn something interesting about each other from this activity? This is called free association, one of Freud's techniques for exploring unconscious inferences. Our first projective test we will look at, the Rorschach test, is based on this idea. Projective tests have lower overall reliability and validity than self-report measures, but I'm still going to give you the highest rated one for projective tests. That would be the Rorschach test, commonly known as the inkblot test. The therapist shows a client a series of cards, each with an ambiguous design made by an inkblot, and asks the client what they see in the image. The therapist looks for recurring themes in the answers. Here's my favorite picture of someone taking a Rorschach test. So you see he's showing the image to the little girl, asked her what she sees, and she claimed to see upside down cowboy legs. Can you see it? Isn't that cute? Now, I said that the Rorschach test is the most reliable and valid of the projective tests, and that is true overall. However, there is a test that shows higher validity and reliability with just a certain subgroup of clients, those who enjoy expressing themselves in writing. So this next test is a TAT, and that stands for Thematic Apperception Test. If you were given the TAT, you'd be placed in a quiet room with a laptop, given a picture, and asked to write a story around that picture for the next several minutes. Then you would be given another picture to write another short story, and so on. The therapist looks again for recurring themes, but also relationships. You can often learn something about writers by their protagonists. And by studying the antagonist roles, you could, for instance, suspect that your client has difficulty with certain social roles, like maybe authority figures. TAT pictures tend to be ones that provoke thought. Here is an example of one. Okay, so let's test your learning on these personality tests. Pause the video here, test your learning, then resume to check your answers. Okay, the first one is PF questionnaire. Number 2 is the Rorschach test. Number 3 is the NEO. Number 4 is Myers-Briggs. So you should have been able to get this one from the process of elimination, and you also read about the lack of reliability and validity of that particular test in your ebook. Number 5 is MMPI. Number 6 is the TAT. This concludes our lecture on personality, and I will see you next week.